So you need to collapse everything as it's coming in. And you practice that little by little. Don't wait until the shit hits a fan. Notice situations. Remember, allow. And this is something we do a lot of in workshops and possibly meditations too. Trying to allow memories from the past to arise. And how do you deal with those memories? How do they make you feel? What do you do as a result of bringing these memories into awareness? This is all important to try to collapse any charge around any situation from your past that has not yet been released. And it's not necessarily, just so that when you actually do pass over, the body sort of says, I've had enough of this. It's not just for that. This is for today, for tomorrow, for next week. It's going to make a difference to your life in this reality. Whether there's a next reality or not remains to be seen. But in this reality, which is more immediate, of course, when you can collapse everything that comes to you without blame or judgment, reality will change. But because you're lost, because you've been giving energy to a particular perception, particular values for a long time, because the body is addicted to certain chemicals, it's not so easy to just sort of let it all go and collapse there, which is why you work on little bit by little bit, by bringing memories into awareness, which you can do at home on your own. Don't need anybody there to do it. Just sit quietly, recall a situation, a person. Doesn't matter whether it was pleasant or unpleasant or indifferent. Just notice how your body responds to the memory and to the best of your ability to accept whatever it may be. And the reality will change. I mean, this is why it's so difficult. You can't imagine the reality changing. If you could, you would be there. And most people are held back because they can't imagine. Then fear kicks in, insecurity kicks in, anxiety kicks in, reluctance to sort of step beyond the known, if you like. This is where life could be such an adventure if you weren't limited by what might happen. And you will know that most people who consider what might happen are all lost in the negative what if disease. And where did that come from? It's been planted in your consciousness. Is there some force holding you back? These are all stories. And if you give energy to a story, well, you know what happens. The story becomes a part of your life. The more energy you give it, the more you associate with people who believe the same story, the more you think it's real. And then you're back in the dark room at the top of the castle with all the windows closed, because you've created a prison for yourself by identifying with phenomena and thinking that's all there is. You think that is the world, that is the reality. That's bullshit. That is not the world. That is not reality. It is a very narrow slice of a much, much bigger picture. But you can't have the big picture all at once because, as I say, psychosis is likely to follow. So you have a little bit at a time. Open your eyes a little bit every day. Let go of a little bit of the past every day. And then it happens without you being aware of it. The change will just happen. The effect will snowball, of course. The more practice you put into it, the more energy you give to this understanding, the bigger the snowball becomes, the faster it goes, the easier everything else becomes. And you don't even know you're doing it.